Marker. Yo, what's up, KP Squad? It's your boy, Kawaii Porpoise, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we are not filming a gaming video, gasp. Today, I'm actually going to be talking about anime, one of my favorite things in the world. The thing that keeps me going, the thing that gets me up in the morning, the thing that makes me want to scream at the top of my lungs, on the top of my roof. I love anime. Today I'm just going to be discussing my top 5 favorite anime, what I like about it, what makes it my favorite, and probably just gush over whatever I like about it. It's probably going to be kind of a boring video. I'm going to try to make it interesting enough. I'm going to probably make some jokes and shit, but bear with me. So yeah, this weekend's chocked full of anime discussions, as well as next weekend as well. So just a little break from games for now. In no particular reason, I just want to talk about anime. So we're just gonna go in with that, and let's get started. Before I start this discussion, I just want to ask what your favorite anime is. If you have one, if you even watch anime, you know, what's your favorite one? Your top 3 or top 5? You can put whatever the fuck you want in the comments. Like, just let me. I'm curious from one anime fan to another. I would love to know that. Well, I'll get started on my top 5 favorite animes. And there's a ringing in my ear. Tonight is going. And the first anime on my top 5 favorite anime list is My Hero Academia. As most of you, if you watch my channel enough, you know I am literally obsessed with this anime right now. I've been obsessed with it for almost 2 years now. I started watching it back in 2019, like early 2019, and I watched maybe up to episode 7 or so, and I had lost interest by episode 4. I was on my phone the whole time, just not even paying attention what's going on. Occasionally look up and be like, I don't know what's happening, I missed something. And not bothering to go back. So I kind of dropped it for a while until about the end of 2019, when I was like, you know what? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I start anime and never finish them? No, I've heard so much about this anime. I'm going to watch it whether I like it or not. I'm going to put my phone down and I'm going to fully watch this thing, fully immersed. And I binged the entire first season of the night. And I was like, oh, I see. I love it. Was it 2019 now that I think about it? It might not have been. It actually might have been 2020. Hang on, I'm gonna go do some research just real quick here. April 2020. Okay, yeah. Scratch all that. Early 2020 when I first started watching it and got bored with it. Later on in 2020, I went back to it and I was like, I'm gonna watch this shit. And fully binged the first season. But fun fact, I actually hadn't seen a lot of My Hero Academia before making my infamous Bakugo dance videos. I made that first one because I'd seen the animation on TikTok all over the place. Everyone was talking about it, everyone was obsessed with it, and I was like, hey, what other songs go with this shit? And so I made it, and then that blew up on my channel. Everyone came here and was like, oh my gosh, I love it. Look at him dance. Oh, I think it would work well with this song, blah, blah, blah. Little did I know that all those people would eventually leave when I started doing gaming content. Thanks, bye. But no, anyway, if you've stuck around, thank you. If you haven't, you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And also, the third part to that video series is still getting views, I think, so I don't even know. But anyway, because of that, that's when I decided, hey, you know what, I should actually probably go back and watch this anime at the fullest. So I binged the whole first season and I was like, I understand now. I understand the obsession with these characters. I totally get it now. I totally see where everyone's coming from. My favorite character from that show, before I even actually fully watched it, was Bakugo and Ochako. Those were my 2 favorite characters, because those were the only ones I knew. Also Deku, but those were the only ones that I knew. Only those 3. I watched the full first season. I was like, okay, Bakugo is still my favorite. Top tier. So I watched the first season and then I was like, cool. And there's other seasons too. So I went ahead and watched the second season. My opinion, The sports festival arc is when the anime gets good. First season, a little slow, a little boring to be honest. Second season, when the sports festival starts, amazing. Sports festival arc is one of the best arcs, in my humble opinion. It does fall out for me a little bit during the Stain fight. Like, it's very emotional and I love it and I just want to protect all of them. But third season, forest training arc, the peak. Maybe not the peak, but like, it's up there. That's when it really came back and was like, holy crap. Like, that's when I was like, oh, this is good. So, as you guys probably know, again, if you watch my channel, you know that my favorite character from My Hero Academia is Kirishima. And he wasn't my favorite character at first. Like I said, it was Bakugo. And then we watched the first movie and the infamous scene where Kirishima is stuck in the wall and he's like, guys, I can't get out, help me. And Bakugo's like, literally turn your quirk off. And he goes, oh, that's right, I totally forgot that I have a hardening quirk. And that's when I fell in love with him, because he's dumb. I fell in love with him. I was like, holy crap, this man is stupid, but he's adorable and I love him. And it was only down from there on out. But yeah, no, my top 5 favorite characters from that anime at the moment right now, being 1 through 5. Kirishima, Denki, Bakugo, Shinso, and Dabi. You gotta have at least one villain in there. You gotta have at least one villain in your top 5. Like, come on. Otherwise, you're just like the sweetest person ever, and you deserve the world. If you have villain in your top 5, that's cool too. That means that you are normal. Congratulations. If you have only villains in your top 5, you probably should go find some help. But I'm kidding. But yeah, what about My Hero Academia fills me with joy? What makes it my favorite anime? My top favorite anime at this moment. What about it do I like so much? You know what? I'm just gonna go out on a whim and say everything. The story is a little slow at first, but the story is good. It is your typical hero anime, like your typical superhero, like, hey, we have superpowers, woo! But like, there's like a different aspect to it that just keeps you engaged and interested, and I really like that. And also, spoilers ahead if you haven't actually watched My Hero Academia. I'm gonna be talking about just a little bit. I'm not gonna try to spoil too much, but the fact that the main character starts out with no power at all, just a normal person, is like, oh, okay. And he's ordinary looking too, you know? That's interesting on its own. And then of course it gets cliche, because then he meets his favorite hero of all time, and this favorite hero just so happens to be kind of, you know, getting a little weaker gradually, like day by day. So he's like, hey, you know what? I've been looking for a heir to the throne, as you may say. Someone to carry on my legacy. So, you got some spunk. How about you, powerless man? Here's my hair, eat it. But, like, really though, that's literally how it goes. That's the first season, right? But the fact that he had to work really hard to get his body built up enough so that he could sustain this power and use it, that was kind of interesting on its own. And after he built up his body, his body still couldn't handle the power at its max. But either way, cut to where it is now. Whoa. Season 6 is coming up. I am a manga reader as well, so I am all caught up with the manga at this moment. And I just must say this, season 6 is going to make everyone shit their pants. That season's going to be insane, and I cannot wait to see all my friends' reactions to everything that happens in that arc. I am very, very, very excited. Some more things that I like about the anime. I love the characters. Like, the characters, I can just relate to like almost every character in some little way. Kirishima is my first favorite because I relate to him the highest. I say, as he's like this like strong guy who likes to like work out and shit, and I'm just like here like snacking on chips, triple chin, like, oh, like, yes, I relate to Kirishima, of course. No, but like personality and like, yeah, personality wise, I definitely relate, but that's a whole other topic. But the characters are just so like, in a way it's cliche because, you know, it's anime. It's gotta be cliche in some way, but they're also unique. and they all have their own power. And yes, some people have had similar powers, but they are still different. And it's really cool. I love it. Animation style, the animation is good for the first couple seasons. Again, like I've said, the sports festival arc, wow. That fight, the battle between Todoroki and Deku, when I tell you they put all their budget into that one that one battle. Yeah, and then the animation just kept getting better. And it's really fun. It's really cool to watch. And it's very like typical, I guess, animation wise, or art style, I guess, is a little like more typical, contrasted to like newer ones like Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer, where the animation style and the art style is just a little like different. It's still like typical, but it's different in a way that it's like, whoa, that was cool. You know, it all comes down to the mangaka's art style, really, because they try to replicate that in the animated series. No, the story of My Hero Academia is really good. I like it. I'm loving where it's going. Right now in the manga is like crazy, and I'm like, you're looking over here, and then you're looking over there, and you're looking up there, and you're like, what? So much happening at once. It's great though. I've kind of like gotten lost here and there, like, wait, who was that character correlated to? Or like, what's going on? I can't remember. But either way, freaking love it. I guess I should be ranking these, huh? My Hero Academia, first favorite. Honestly, giving it a 10 out of 10. I love it. I will never stop talking about it. I am always talking about it constantly. My friends are just probably there like, shut up. Oh my god, we get it. You love My Hero Academia. And I'm just like, yes. And let me tell you why. But anyway, 10 out of 10. Great. Anyway, I think that's enough talk on My Hero. Stop talking about that and get on into the next one. My second favorite anime in my top 5 is Jujutsu Kaisen. Where do I begin with this anime? It's such a great mix of action and darkness and humor and drama. Like, it's a great mix of all these different subgenres. And again, I gotta hand it to the animators. The animation style is amazing, especially for the openings. They put all their budget into the openings. For real. But god, like the art style and everything is so good, and just, it's awesome. I'm not a manga reader for this one, but I have caught up with the whole season 1 of anime, and I did watch the new movie that came out for it, and the movie was awesome. The movie was amazing. Yeah, so top 3 favorite characters, or maybe top 5, I don't know, it depends. When I go list them off, my first top favorite character, as it probably is for everyone else, Gojo Satoru. Satoru. Whatever. I love Gojo. Like, as soon as I started watching this anime, that was when I first met him, and I was like, this man I'm gonna fall in love with. I already can tell. I can already tell that I'm gonna love him. And he proceeded to just be his Gojo self, and I was like, yep, nope, knew it. I love him so much. Just his personality, like, I love how he's so, like, he's like obviously a serious jujutsu sorcerer, but he's such a big fucking goofball at the same time, and I love it so much. I love him. I will scream that from the rooftops no matter how many times. I watched, like, god, what was the episode I watched again recently? I don't remember what episode it was, but it was the one where he fought Volcano Guy. I can't remember his name. Oh, Jogo, that's his name. I remember that now because they were swapped. Just that whole episode of him fighting him and seeing like his power, obviously not at its fullest, by the way, but just seeing that, I was like screaming. I was like, I love him. I was saying that probably about 200 times during that episode. Every time he's on the screen, I'm like, I love him. Look at him, I love him. I have a passionate love for Gojo. But anyway, second favorite character, main character, Yuji. I freaking love him. I want to protect him. I want to pat him on the head, say, you're doing such a good job, sweetie. You're doing great, sweetie. I saw an article where it was like, what Jujutsu Kaisen character are you based on your Myers-Briggs personality type? And I've taken that quiz before. I am an ISFP, in case anyone curious. And apparently I am Yuji, the same personality type as the main character of Jujutsu Kaisen. I was like, yes. It was awesome. I was like, thank you. One of my favorite characters, and I am the same personality type as him. I love that. And that, it made sense to me too, because I was like, I relate to Yuji so much. Like, there's something about him that I just relate to, and I just can't figure it out what it is. And then I figured it out when I read the thing. I was like, oh, that makes sense now. But yes, Yuji, amazing. I love him. Third favorite character. Some of you might disagree on this, but third favorite character, also the main character, Sukuna. Sukuna, let me tell you. Yes, he's the bad guy, the main big bad, kind of. Yes, he is evil. Yes, he had 4 arms. Yes, he's evil. But all things aside, he is awesome. He's badass. His voice is amazing. He's so cool. His character design is so good. All the markings that he has, I'm like, ugh, I love it. It's so good. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about Sukuna. I just love him. I just like him, man. It's great. I think we're gonna go top 5 because my 4th favorite character is Megumi. I love him. Small emo boy must protect. My 5th favorite Jujutsu Kaisen character probably is Toge. He's the cursed speech user. I don't know what it is about Toge that I like. Again, a lot of the times the characters that I just like them because they're adorable and I want to protect them at all costs. I'm just like, I love you. Ah! No, but like he's so cute. He's so small. And like, just the fact that like he can't say anything besides onigiri a recipe or ingredients cracks me up. He's always there just like salmon, bonito flakes. And I love it. He's so cute. But his power is crazy. His power is awesome. I love him. But anyway. What else do I like about Jujutsu Kaisen? The openings, all bangers. The first ending, banger. The second ending, very sweet, emotional. I love it. All the songs there, bangers. The story is fun. It's cool. First season, like around the time during the fight between the 2 schools, that whole arc there was a little I was like, it didn't quite keep my interest fully engaged unless I literally put down my phone and just watched it and forced myself to go through it. Because like it was cool seeing everyone's like powers and all this stuff, but it didn't keep me engaged as much as other arcs have. But then it picked back up again. You know how it goes. But again, it's only the first season. Second season, whenever it's coming out, I can't wait. I'm excited. Give. But yes, Jujutsu Kaisen, second favorite anime. Final ranking, I'm gonna give it a good, you know what, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Maybe 8.5 out of 10. It's so good. Okay, on to my next favorite. My 3rd favorite anime out of my top 5. Demon Slayer, otherwise known as Kimetsu no Yaiba. Oh my god, I can't say it. Kimetsu no Yaiba. Second season just ended not too many months ago now. It's crazy. So let me start off the bat by saying that Demon Slayer is definitely unique, as all animes are usually. There's quite a few actually that are all kind of alike, and it's like, I've seen this before, but in different style. Like, where's the oomph? Demon Slayer has that oomph that I'm looking for in an anime. The animation style is great, especially when they do their crazy sword power stuff and they do all their like special like power breathing technique thingies and all the like water, fire, whatever it is. That top tier animation. They put all the budget into the elements. Animation styles is great. And the art style itself is interesting. It's very like thick lines, and I kind of like that. I really like that style, to be honest. So that's very appealing to me as well. Story wise, I think the story is really good. I have a friend or two that are kind of like, yeah, the story's a little but there's always like that one arc or that one character that has a specific like story backstory or whatever it is that is like, oh, wait, maybe this anime is actually really good. So, yeah, the story, in my opinion, is really good. I like it. Character design is very unique as well. As we know, literally one of the main characters literally has a boar head mask that he wears constantly. So that on its own is like, what? It's great. Top characters, kind of difficult. Okay, top 5 favorite characters. Okay, here we go. First favorite, Tanjiro. Freaking love him. Main character, again. I love him. I must protect him. He's so cool. He's so badass, but he's also so caring and so kind. And I just, I relate. I love him. Second favorite character, you guessed it, Inosuke. Not just because of the boar head and not just because of what's under the boar head. I love his personality and his badassness as well, but no, his personality is just fucking hilarious. And, like, every time he's on the screen, I'm like, he's gonna say something stupid, isn't he? And then he does, and I'm like, yes, I knew it. I love him. Third favorite character, Rengoku, the Flame Hashira. I cannot express how much I love this man. He is awesome. He is badass. He is adorable. I must protect him at all costs. If you know, you know. I don't know what all to say about him except that I love him. I just do. I don't know if it's personality. I don't know if it's power. I don't know if it's design. I like all of it. He's just my third favorite character because he's my third favorite character. I love him. That is all. Fourth favorite character from Demon Slayer. As of now, of course. Giyu. Haven't seen too much of him yet, but I love him. I like brooding characters. They're just like, there's something about them. Like, I know that they're just all like, it makes you kind of hate them at one point. But then you're like, no, but I love you, sweet emo boy or girl or any of it. Sweet emo child. Little bean must protect. Honestly, the thing I like the most about Giyu is his character design, especially his kimono design. I freaking love his kimono. The split pattern, I freaking love it. I can't. I want like a jacket or a hoodie or something with it on it. It's so cool. Fifth favorite character, I had to research just a little bit because I was trying to remember all the characters that we've met so far and who out of them is my fifth favorite that I can just pop there in top 5. And I think I've decided that it's Zenitsu. And let me tell you why. I relate to his crybabiness. His power is amazing, by the way. His power is so cool. I'm so mad that such a whiny little bitch baby has such cool power. I can't stand it. And I love that for him. So yes, final fifth favorite character, Zenitsu. And yeah, Demon Slayer. Third favorite anime out of my top 5. Final ranking, 8 out of 10. Pretty good. Gotta say, it's really good. I am anticipating season 3 because it has to do with, what's his face? God damn it. I just cannot remember names very well. The Mist Hashira and the Love Hashira. That's right. It's focused on those two. A lot of people, especially guys, really like the Love Hashira, and I honestly am not surprised that it might just be about her tits. I find her kind of annoying, to be honest. Low-key. I find her really, like, annoying because she's always just like, oh my god, look at him. He's so adorable. He's so handsome. Oh my god. Oh. Gal face, like, shut the fuck up. We get it. You fall in love with literally everyone you meet. Shut up. No, I don't actually mean that. Maybe her power is really cool. I don't know. Again, we'll meet them season 3 whenever it comes out. I'm ready. I'm mostly excited to meet the Mist Hashira because he looks like another brooding emo boy and I'm ready. That's enough about Demon Slayer. On to number 4. Out of my top 5 favorite anime, number 4, I am giving this spot to Death Note. The first anime that I have ever watched in full. And that is mostly why it's at number 4, because it was the first anime that I ever watched, so it holds a special place in my heart. But at the same time, It's number 4 because I freaking love it. I like the characters. The story was fun and interesting. I love a good like mystery detective thing, but we know both sides, so that's pretty cool. Actually, we mostly know the bad side, and we're screaming at the good side saying, he's right there, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, so this anime isn't too horribly old. It's a little older. It came out in 2006, ended in 2007, ran for about, I think it ran for technically 2 seasons, even though it kind of was like 1 season put together, but it was 2 seasons. So obviously the animation style and the art style is a little like older-ish, like 2000s anime style, but not like Big Eyes 2000s anime style, but definitely like more, they tried to be more realistic back then. I know they still try to be realistic nowadays too, but they were definitely more, I want them to look like a real person kind of thing like back then. So it's a little dated based on that, but it's still an amazing anime to this day. I don't really have a top 3 favorite characters, I guess. I mean, maybe I do. Well, top 3 favorite characters of this anime, I don't know. First favorite character is L, because I mean, come on, just look at him. Just look at him. Sweet emo bean, loving his cake and sugar. Greatest detective of all time. I don't really know why they're my favorite character. Again, it's just the fact that I see them, I relate in a way or something, and I want to protect them, and I'm just like, I love you. Second favorite character from Death Note, Nier. Again, spoilers for Death Note if you haven't seen it yet. Nier eventually succeeded L when L was out of commission, let's just say that. And he was also just adorable. He was this little child, just this young child, but he had big brain. He had big brain, big wrinkle in brain. And yeah, I don't know. I love him. I love him. Third favorite character from Death Note. Not a very well-known character. Wasn't in a lot of episodes. Matt. I'll put a picture here. This is what he looked like. Didn't know much about Matt, and I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get to see more of him. Red-headed gamer boy. That's all I liked about him. His character design was cool. He had this crazy red hair, and he liked video games. And I was like, you know what? Me too, bro. So he has always been my third favorite character from that show. Anyway, Death Note, great anime. First one I ever watched, so it also holds a special place in my heart. Final ranking for Death Note, probably gonna give it about 7.5. 7.5. I don't know. Just, if you watch it now, like, it's a little dated and it's kind of like, eh. But because it holds a special place in my heart, I gave it a higher ranking. Higher being 7. Now, finally, to number 5. My 5th favorite anime at this moment. The number 5 in my top 5 favorite anime. It just ended not too long ago, not too many like weeks ago, and I'm angry that it's almost over. Attack on Titan, otherwise known as Shingeki no Kyojin. Now, when I tell you that the ending, the last episode to this final season that came out a couple weeks ago, when I tell you that my jaw was literally on the floor and I was almost like, I was screaming silently because I was watching it at home when everyone was sleeping. I am mad because literally it's called the final season of Attack on Titan, and what do? Leave it on a cliffhanger and say, hey, we're gonna come up with another season or maybe a movie to end it all. Final season my ass. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, either way, Attack on Titan. This was an anime that I had heard people talking about. People were talking about it, talking about the manga, all that stuff. I actually was reading the manga and I left off somewhere like in the middle of towards the beginning of season 3 where that starts. I left off there in the manga because I kind of had a falling out of reading manga and stuff because I was busy, couldn't find time to read manga, and there was a lot to catch up on, and next thing I knew there was so much going on. I was like, you know what? I'll just watch the anime. I might go back and read the manga and catch up to it maybe. I think the manga's over actually, so obviously it's final season. But either way, everyone was talking about it. It was back in high school when I kept hearing about it. I believe it was either junior or senior year for me for high school. I think maybe it was junior year. I think it was the summer. between junior and senior year that I binged all of season 1 in a couple days, because that's all they had out, I think, at that point was season 1. I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. It was funny. Little story time here. I was binging the rest of season 1 one day, and that night I was going over to my best friend's house to go stay the night with her and a bunch of other friends. Big slumber party, woohoo! And I finished Attack on Titan, and when I got there, because I told them I was finishing it, I was like, yeah, I finished Attack on Titan. And they're like, how was it? And I was like, oh yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, honestly, like, the cliffhanger, man. But it was pretty good, yeah, it's a good anime. And then, that night, this is gonna sound weird. I was in high school though, mind you. That night, I had a dream that I was in the world of Attack on Titan, and I was slaying titans left and right, and I was part of the scouts. And like Erwin was there, Levi was there, Hanji was there, Eren, all of them were there, and I was just part of their team, and I was just like, yay, what's going on? I almost died in the dream, but I was saved by the Lord and Savior Levi because I was obsessed with the man at this time. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, guys, I just had a dream that I was in the world of Attack on Titan last night, and from then on out, it became a new obsession for me. I was obsessed. I was like always talking about Attack on Titan. I was like, guys, you don't even know how much I love this anime. Because before I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. Then I have a dream about it. And then I'm like, you know what? This anime is really good, actually. And it became my obsession for like the rest of high school. It was bad. I literally bought the scout jacket, like a cosplay jacket. I actually bought that because I wanted to cosplay Hanji. But also like, I was wearing it to school, like a regular jacket, almost every day. It was bad. It was weird. It definitely, like, if I hadn't been considered the weird one then, I was now. And honestly, I embraced that shit, okay? I embraced it. I was like, you know what? I still got, like, a few friends that'll still talk to me. Most of them are a grade below me, so I don't see them that often, but they will still talk to me, and they will accept me for who I am. I'm like, you bitches. High school is messed up, man. It really is. Cut to now. I kind of had a falling out of it. I kind of like left off somewhere, like I think midway through season 2. I like stopped watching it for some reason. I think I stopped watching anime for a long while because I was in school and really busy with like projects and stuff, and I just found myself watching more like YouTube and trying to keep up with my favorite YouTubers rather than watching anime. But I finally went back and watched the rest of season 2, and then watched season 3, whatever they had of season 3, and then season 4 came out, the final season, my ass. I was watching that, and then I was watching every episode whenever it came out Sundays, and I was like, yes, it's Attack on Titan Day. And it was a fun time, and I'd watch it at work, or I'd watch it at home late at night, whatever the circumstances were. Yeah, and it just kind of made its way back up the list, and now it's my 5th favorite anime right now. Granted, I haven't seen many anime. I'll be making a separate video for that discussion. But no, this anime is honestly really good. Like, it's interesting because the story is really good. Really confusing, but really good. Again, spoilers. If you haven't seen it, spoilers, don't listen, la 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 la. When it cut, in season 3, when it cut to the other world of the Marlians and the Eldians, that's when it lost me, because I was like, what is going on? Especially in the manga, like, I was like, who are these people? They're not significant. Who are these people? And that's when I stopped reading the manga. Then I watched the anime and I was like, there they are, what the fuck? Who are these people? And then I found out, oh wait, this is where Eren's dad was from. They are important. Oh my god. But anyway, the story got confusing for a while there for me, but then I caught back up and I was like, okay, I understand now. I get it. But god, right now, the only thing I can say is what the fuck. The only thing I can say about it is what the fuck. Yeah, so animation, it was good in the beginning, and then it just got better and better and better. And then they, I can't remember what animation studios was doing Attack on Titan at first, but now they're with MAPPA, I think, right now. or something like that. Like, so the animation style obviously changed, especially for the final season. And I don't know, honestly, I liked the original animation style a little better, to be honest, but I mean, the new one's fine. I can deal with it. Character design, not much to say about it. I love the Scout Regiment's outfits after Historia became queen. When they got those like long trench coats, I love the trench coats. I liked the short jackets, but the trench coats were awesome. They were badass. I was like, hell yeah. And again, with going back to the story, I thought it was like kind of like interesting that, you know, first the main enemies were like Titans, and then the enemies became people, and now the enemy is the main character. And I love that. I'm like, wait, so the main character that we were like supporting for the beginning, so like literally like a Titan did you dirty, and so now you're like vowing to kill all of them in the end, and you are now the main enemy, and he's fucking huge and weird, and I don't even know. He weird Stegosaurus man. That's all I say. That's all I call him. But it's so interesting to me. I don't know why it's so interesting to me. I'm just like, man, main character becoming the enemy? That's a new one. Like, I've never actually like heard of that, you know? Like, I've heard of like them already being the villain in the beginning. Or a villain falling out and becoming a hero, or just becoming a good guy. But I've never heard of the good guy becoming the bad guy. And especially the main character. Like, it's like Megamind reversed. It's great. I freaking love it. It makes you really take a look and think, you know what? These characters that were becoming like the villains, the bad guys, are now the good guys, and now we are loving them and supporting them instead. I do like Eren, don't get me wrong. I love his character. I do like Eren, angry boy, but God, I hate his guts right now. I hate him. The way he looks and stuff, like his like design, great, dope. But his personality and the way that he's like now just like the big bad and what his like ultimate plan is, I'm just like, you are literally so stupid. You dipshit. I hate him, but I love him. And I hate that I love him. But anyway, I'm gonna go on before I get too heated with this to my favorite characters. My top 5 favorite characters. It's really hard to decide because there's a lot of great there are a lot of great characters in Attack on Titan. But okay, top 5. And if you haven't caught on to my top favorite characters lists from all these animes, I'm a pretty basic bitch. I have pretty basic standards. First favorite character from Attack on Titan, Levi. How basic is that? Everyone fucking loves Levi. Some people might actually hate him. I don't know. I haven't met anyone who hates Levi yet. But if they do, I'll punch them in the face and be like, why? But no, I don't know what it is I like about him besides the fact that he's pretty damn attractive. He's so badass. Like, his fighting style is different. Like, he holds his swords backwards and spins and does this cool spin move. Like, come on. Like, fucking triple A B combo. Like, like, it's so cool to me. And his strength and all that is really, like, he's, like, so strong. He's so brave. And I just, learning his backstory as well in the No Regrets OVAs and all that, that was pretty intense. I love No Regrets. That backstory is very sad, but it's so cool. And I'm just like, I want to hold you. Levi is just so cool. He's just so cool. That's literally all I have to say about him, is that he's just so freaking cool. And of course, you know, he's attractive. So every time he's on the screen, I'm like, there he is. Every time there's that one character from any anime that I'm like, you are so attractive, it should be illegal. That every time they come on the screen, it makes me do a weird going feral thing, and I can't stop it. It's the same thing whenever I see Dobby on the screen when I'm watching My Hero Academia. Every time Dobby appears, I'm like, there he is, there's Dobby. Like, it's weird. I know it's weird. I'm self-aware, but I do it anyway. Because that's me. Anyway, same thing goes for Levi, but either way. Second favorite character from Attack on Titan. A lot of you might disagree and be like, why the fuck is he your second favorite character? But hear me out. Connie Springer. Hear me out before you click away, before you go like, nope, bye. Before you do that, hear me out. His mom turned into a goddamn Titan, poor thing. And the fact that he kept going back and like feeding her and stuff and like trying to take care of her, even though she was already Titan, but he's like, there's still humanity in there. She's still my mom. And I'm like, sweetie, I don't know, like he's funny, but he is also pretty cool, to be honest. And like, he's just as badass as all the other ones. You know, he was Sasha's best friend, and again, if you know, you know. And I just, Connie is just like, he's so like emotional on the inside, you know, and on the outside too a little bit, but he's got so much emotion in him, and I'm just like, sweetie. I don't know, I love him. Third favorite character, Hanji, crazy Titan lady. I loved her from the get-go because of how crazy she was with the Titans, and she's like, oh my god, I want to just like kidnap them and experiment on them, and ha! Now, again, spoilers, she is now the working commander of the Scout Regiment now. And so I have some mad respect for her, as well as like, I don't know, I just like her. She's cool. And also I think I liked her because I kind of related to her craziness. She's not as crazy anymore. She's gotten way more serious now because as time goes on and as the enemy changes and character growth happens, she becomes a little more serious because Titans are no longer really the main issue. Kind of are, but mostly not. So I respect her for that, and like just, you know, being like, okay, I need to put this weird goofy side of me away and just put my foot down and be serious. And I love that. I was like, yes, you command those people, Hanji. And also I do kind of like the fact that Hanji is technically non-binary, because I think the mangaka himself actually said like, oh well, Hanji's gender is up to interpretation depending on how people see her or him or whoever. I know for me, I always associated Hanji as being feminine. But yeah, Hanji, third favorite character. Fourth favorite character from Attack on Titan, probably gonna have to say Jean. It's gotta be Jean. I was gonna say Sasha, but I was like, nah, Jean though. Jean is so fun. Him with his inner turmoil of like, am I more of a bad guy? Am I a good guy? Am I on Aaron's side? Am I on the other one's side? Like, I feel that. And I don't know, and how much his character grows throughout the series is so fun, and just the fact that he grows as a person and as a soldier, and I'm like, yes, John, yes. You and your horse face. Remember when that was a running gag from the show that John literally was just a horse, and every time someone sees a horse, they'd be like, oh, hey, John, or hey, Mr. and Mrs. Kirstein. I remember that was a running meme, a running gag of the show. Oh, that was great. The early Attack on Titan fandom, man. We don't talk about him, but that was a funny gag that they had. And then fifth favorite character, again, agree to disagree, Kenny. Let me tell you why. Kenny is just a badass. Kenny's badass. I don't like feel pity for him or anything. I do feel a little bad for him. And he was kind of a bitch for just up and abandoning Levi as soon as Levi was able to defend himself. Not rather like, oh, you're able to cook and clean, but no, you're able to defend yourself? Cool, I'm out. Like, but he wasn't, like, he's like, you know, what he said is he wasn't the type of guy who was good at raising children. He's like, no, I'm not meant to raise children. And I totally understand that. I'm not meant to raise children. Like, I have little cousins, and I'm like, okay, you want to play? Cool, let's just do this and that. And that's about it. So I felt that on a spiritual level. But just like the fact that Kenny still cared for Levi in a way. Like, of course he was like, oh, we meet again, haha, ching ching. But like the fact that in the end he like still like cared about him and was like, you do what's right, man, you do what's right. I was like, it's hard to think that Kenny was around in season 2 and not 3, because I always associate him with season 3, but I think he was in season 2, if I remember correctly. Season 3 was all about getting to the basement. And let me tell you, it took like 3 seasons to get to the basement. Come on. I was like, where's the basement?
Where's the blacksmith?
And then they make it, and then we learn the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And it's like, like, what? Yeah, so those are my top 5 favorite characters from Attack on Titan. I'm still mad that they don't just continue on with final season. Like, no, we're shooting a new season or a movie. Like, what? No, just make a part 3 to final season. I don't care. Just don't. It bothers me. Anyway, and oh, final ranking for Attack on Titan. As of right now, final ranking 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Pretty good. Really good. Okay. So there you go. There's my top 5 favorite anime. I know this video probably was really boring. It was just me talking about anime and how much I love it. But let me know what your favorite anime is. Top 1, top 3, top 5, whatever. Down in the comments. If you are an anime fan. If you don't watch anime, don't like it that much, and you're here just for the gaming content, then I apologize. But if you did stick around either way, thank you. But yeah, if you're not a big anime fan, like, that's okay. Like, every to each their own. And I get that the anime fandoms can be a little yeah, that should be enough to tell you. Especially the My Hero fandom. If you decide to try to get into My Hero Academia, avoid the fandom at all costs if you can, especially the younger fandom. They're a little weird. They're a little kooky, if you know what I mean. They're a little quirky. So anyway, yeah, thank you for joining me in this boring ass video, but I hope you enjoyed it either way. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. If you like me, go ahead and subscribe, ring that bell. I upload every Friday and Saturday if I can. Tomorrow's video is going to be different. Again, it's going to be more anime stuff. Me and a friend are going to be discussing isekai anime. So tune into that tomorrow. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. So yeah, stay true, stay you, and stay kawaii. See ya.